So in this video, I'm going to share with you what my cat taught me about being a people pleaser. So now I consider myself a recovering people pleaser. Like, I still catch myself in the trap sometimes, but I'm much more willing to do things because it's what feels right to me rather than it's what other people want me to do. So if you've had this pattern of being a people pleaser in your life, you might be someone who's really well attuned to the needs of other people, to the emotions of other people and to their reactions. And that can, in itself, that can be a strength. But when that's combined with this, sometimes for me, it's like this sickening feeling, like something heavy in the pit of my stomach at the idea of someone being unhappy with me, or someone not liking what I have to say, or somebody getting angry with me, or the idea of conflict. That feeling combined with this sensitivity to other people's needs can motivate us to do things for the sake of keeping other people happy, sometimes at the expense of our own health, our own happiness, our own truth. And I've done this for years and years. So I really have, it's not something to like get down on yourself about, right? Like, there are reasons why we're motivated to act in this way. But when we start to recognize it's not serving us anymore, that's time to start changing it. So I used to have this cat named Issy. She was gorgeous. She was all fluffy and white and gray. She was a rag doll with this like raccoon pattern on her face, her little mask. And she had these like gorgeous blue eyes. And she was so soft and fluffy. And just like the cat that, like, when you see her, you just, I mean, if you're a cat person like me, maybe not if you're a dog person, but you would just like, all you would want to do would be to pet her and run your hands through that fur and scratch her little chin. But she could sometimes be a bit of a bitch, and she didn't always want that. I would have friends come over and be like, oh my God, your cat's so cute. And they would pick her up and she would swipe them in the face, draw blood. That happened many times. I remember, especially when we first got her, I would be like desperately seeking her to like play with her and cuddle her. And I'd be like chasing her around the house and she'd be like, oh, gross, like, get away from me. And then she would like go after my partner, who was at the time, who was ignoring her. And she just like, if she didn't want to be patted, if she didn't want to cuddle, she would let you know. She would push you away. She would swipe you. She would like, she would make sounds. She would like really send you the signal. She would use whatever tools she had to let you know that was not what she wanted. And then other times, if you scratched her under the chin the way that she just liked it, or she was in the mood, she would love to have a cuddle, and she would like curl up next to me and purr, and or lay on my chest and purr. And I really like would treasure those moments. But the thing is, you definitely knew that she was never doing it based on what you wanted. She was always clear on what she wanted, and she wasn't afraid to, in her own way, say yes or no. And I feel like she really, just, I had her in my life for about 4 years before she passed away. I really feel like she came into my life to teach me how to be less of a people pleaser, that you can still say no and people will still love you. And you can say no and sometimes people won't like it, but that's fine. There will be other people who do love you. You can still love you. And I miss her a lot, but I really treasure that lesson that she taught me, in having strong boundaries and standing up for what you're comfortable in, what is your yes and your no, and sticking up for that, and not compromising that for the sake of what other people want when it's not what's right for you. So maybe you have, maybe you've met other cats before who've behaved in this way. Maybe it'll inspire you to see their behavior in a new light. And my hope is that you might be inspired to find a little bit of your inner bitch and say no to something that you really just don't fucking want to do.